So we will start from basics. If you know the Java stuff, no problem, but definitely you will learn new things whatever you know. Okay, so actually how the Java coding will start, right? So what you have to do, you have a in this is my system, and if you will join in your company, a startup company, not MNC, then they will tell you, can you set up your Selenium project in your system? Then how to do setup, right? So first you have to install Java, JDK. Okay, so JDK is a software. So software part, sorry, installation part, I'm not going to tell you. Today I will tell how to start Java coding. Okay, today I will start how to start Java coding. So for first you have installation part. Today I'm not going to tell you, just I will give you the overview how to start Java coding. So uh, if you want to install your Java, first you have to download JDK. What happened? Bhargavi, she sent some images. I'll send you, don't worry. Okay, I will send you notes also if you will enroll my course. So every class having the notes, so we having the proper notes for every class and recording video also. Whatever you are learning, you should not write anything. I will give you everything. You should not spend your time too much for your revision also. If you will listen carefully, every topic having the proper notes, you should not, even you should not search in the Google. What you have to do Google, I will tell you later. Okay, so don't worry about that. I will you know send you, if you will enroll my course, I will send you all the notes, daily notes and class notes. Okay, so be over there how to start your Java. So first we have to download the JDK and you have to install the JDK. That part I will tell you later. So just I want to show you, if you will download the JDK and if you will install the JDK, you will get one folder that is called Java folder. Okay, if it is not there, you are not able to execute Java code. When we are going to tell the JDK, so JDK is a one type of the software. If you are installing any software, right? If you are installing any software, so JDK is one type of the software. So what software having inside this? Okay, so let's see what having inside this software. So this is the JDK. I'll tell you how to install this. When you install this JDK in your Java folder is there. So inside this JDK, be having the three software. One is your compiler, one is your JRE, and one is your JVM. Right? Be having the three software inside this. But we don't know what is the use of this software while executing the code, right? What is the use of this software? So we will see that. What is the use of JRE, what is the use of compiler, and what is the use of JVM. So this inbuilt, all the software is inbuilt inside this JDK, Java Development Kit. Okay, so I will come on that. This, what is the use of this? I will tell you the practically why we are having this kind of the software, while installing the JDK. So this is my Edit Plus editor. You can use any editor for the practice, but I will recommend this editor, because this is the very good for their practice. Okay, so you also, I'll tell you the installation part later. So how to install and how to configure. So just today is my agenda is how to start Java coding. Okay, so just I'm going to create one file that is called Java file. Okay, this is the Java file. Automatically you can see be having the class and some code is coming, the people who is learning first time the Java, so don't worry about that. Okay, so I'm just writing uh, bank app. I'll tell you, after that you have to save this in any location. So just I'm going to save in some location. I think having any folder, or we can create any folder. Yeah, Java program. I'm saving here. Okay. How to save this file? Class name and dot Java extension. How to save this file? Because this, you can see, this is the all extensions are there, whatever the code you want to write. So be having this Java extension. So I'm going to save this file and click on save. So this file is this already, this file is already saved. Just I want to replace this. Okay, remove this. I'm going to remove now. If you learned Java before, what is this line of the code? If anyone know the basics Java and all, why, what is this line I'm asking you? Now you can see here we are in bank.java file. So our execution is starting from here when class is loaded into the JVM, means Java virtual machine, means we have saved this file as a .java. Okay, so my Java code will start from here, class name. So my question is, can anyone explain this code? Then I will come on the execution part. What is this code? So Java is object oriented programming language. What do you meaning of object oriented programming language? You can see I have written here class bank, right? So class bank. So Java having the capability, if you will write any real world object, what do you meaning of real world object? Bank is and real world object. You can go through that Flipkart, Amazon, right? HDFC Bank, right? These are the real world object. So Java having the capability, this all the real world object will be converted into the programming world. What is meaning of programming world? How it will convert this, inside this programming world? By using class keyword. When you are, see why we are writing this class keyword, this real world object will communicate to the Java, and this real world object we are implementing in your programming world. If I will tell the programming means it will come inside this your automation part, right? If you are going, uh, if you are going as a what, Amazon, right? This is the Amazon. So this is Amazon is what? This is the one type of the real world object. They have implemented, they have automated this business, right? So this business they have automated. But how they have automated, I'm not telling this is develop on the Java, might be because the another language is also object oriented programming language. If you will go in the Python, if you will write anything, everything is an object, and you don't know what is the concept of object in your programming language, then how you will understand in the depth? Okay, so this real world object we are going to convert into the programming world. That's why we use, you know, class keyword. How your Java is going to start Java code? Because I can see the people are blindly doing the coding. They don't know what we have to write and where we have to write. If you know these things, then if you in your real time, if you're doing the coding and if you're getting any error, you are able to resolve that, right? So this is your, few lectures, means before OOP concept, whatever I will teach you, that will you will make, it will make you the base of your programming language if you are not from the programming background. Okay, so I'll show you some pics so you will get more clarity. So these are the real world object. Then how to convert into the programming world, like bank, sim, employee, right? Flight, these are the real world, railway, right? Mobile, shop, right? So these are the real world object. how to convert into the programming world. So this is, how this real world we are going to convert into the programming world, means we are going to do automation. You can see net banking automated, HDFC Bank, right? E-commerce automated, Amazon. Redbus automated. This is all are automated. In between, what I did, we have done the programming for automating this business. Okay, so real world object, we are converted into the programming world. But why? Because of achieving the business requirement automation, right? So these are the things is automated, then programming will come here. Okay, so Java has developed this class keyword. Class is a keyword. Okay, I'll tell you the list of the keyword which is going to use. We having the 52 keyword, but 48 keyword we are going to use. So one keyword is there that is called class keyword. So class keyword means, I'll tell you, Java is object oriented programming language, right? Java is object oriented programming language, but we having the some principle of object oriented programming language. You are not, we are only developing the application, we are also, providing the reusability of the application. We are also providing the reusability, means that is called inheritance concept. We are providing the security, right? If it is not secure, then we having the huge loss. So Java has provided the another concept called encapsulation. So by using the encapsulation, we can provide the security of the application. Okay, Java having the a concept called polymorphism. Polymorphism means one type. E-commerce is a one type application. See, I'll tell you the one real-time example of polymorphism. What do you meaning of polymorphism? Polymorphism means be having the one different form, one person different form. I am working in the company, I am employee. I am teaching you, I'm teacher, right? So one person having the different behavior. So same thing we apply in your Java concept. So one person e-commerce type having your superclass type, we can execute multiple type of the subclasses. I can execute Amazon, I can execute Flipkart, I can execute Myntra, Snapdeal, right? So e-commerce is one type, we are going to execute multiple type. So what will happen, e-commerce is one type, means me, okay, and here e-commerce executing means type is what, e-commerce, but executing multiple type of the subclasses is having the multiple types of the behavior. What do you meaning of, see, Amazon is how it looks like, and sorry, Flipkart. I am going to open the Flipkart. Okay, so Flipkart how it is looking, but which type of the application, e-commerce type, right? One person e-commerce be having the different behavior, right? Definitely many features are different. If you will go in the Amazon, you can see how this website is, but features are common. Here also, add card is there, you can ship the order, you can place the order, right? But here also having, but this is the different type, right? So this concept is called polymorphism. Just I have given the overview. I will teach you in the depth in up concept how you can write the code, how to achieve polymorphism concept in the coming session. But today agenda is, how to uh, you know uh, start your Java coding. I think you got some idea about of why we are writing class keyword. Okay, class keyword also define the type. Which type it is? Object type, right? Which type it is? Bank app type. If you will write here any other class name, so this will define, right? See, if you are writing int a equal to 10, So it will, when you are writing int a equal to 10, this integer type will store inside this a variable. It will tell you the type, right? Integer type. Same thing, this class keyword will define the type, which type it is. Bank app type. Guys having any doubt regarding this? Regarding this class keyword, I will again I will explain this class keyword in your hook concept. Okay, so don't worry about that. So this is the type. My question is, so if I will write here something, if I will write here something, right? Okay, so what is this? Anyone having idea about of this? What is this line of the code? What do you meaning of this? So I will come on the later part. Just I want to show you this is the inbuilt printer statement developed by the Java people. Okay. See Java why famous. Okay. I'll tell you. This is the complete same things. Okay. The people, Java people have given to you. Just we need to use this. So they have many inbuilt interface, classes and methods. So just we need to use this. This is the official documentation of Java. If you will go here, system, can see what is the system. System is your class which is available in java.lang package. Okay. Out is your variable and println is your method. Okay, this is called, see, system is your inbuilt class where it is available java.lang package. Package is nothing but it is a one type of the folder. I will teach you later the package. Inside this be having the many method inside the system class. Okay, so coming session we will learn this. You can able to find your println also, but need to see out is your variable, right? See out is your variable, right? And need to check this println where it is. So leave it this. Okay, we can, you can check also. So you can go through this documentation and then you can learn, you can explore your knowledge, but right now no need for go. If you have a basics knowledge, you can slowly you can go through that. So system dot out dot println is one type of the statement given by the, implemented by the Java people. This is already implemented, but you should know how to use this. So I know by using this we can print the any message on your console. Okay, so this is edit plus software. If you will press control 1, it will compile the code. If you will press control 2, it will execute the code. Okay, so what happened, I'm going to compile this code. See, if you have a Java code, okay, .java file, how to execute this file? You have to compile. Okay, first you have to compile. Okay, then you have to execute. Okay, this is the .java file. You can see this is the .java file. So this is the, you having the some question, what is the why we need to compile this code and why we need to execute this code. So this thing I'm going to discuss today. Okay, so compiler, if you will write, if I will press control 1, then it will compile my code. Okay, I'll tell you, sorry, I want to first comment this. Okay, this is the comment. If I will compile this code, my code is compiled. Okay, but if you will write here something here, if you will compile this code, you can see compiler is giving to the message, error message line number 4. Then what is the job of compiler? Compiler job is, it will, compiler job is, it will check syntax of the code. If you will write something wrong, it will tell you, hey, this will not accept uh, Java virtual machine. This will not accept JVM, what you have written. This is the out of syllabus what you have written. So correct your code. So this is the job of compilers. So now I'll come one more step. This one. This is the .java file, and now I'm trying to compile this code. So compiler is one type of the software. So what will happen if we will compile this code? It will compile successful. Then one more file will be generated. That is called .class file. But still I'm not able to compile this code. So this .class file is not generated. So the compiler is telling line number 4 having the some error because this is the not part of the coding. So just I'm going to remove this. Just I'm telling you. Now if I will compile the code now, I am able to compile, right? But if you will try to execute this code, so I'm not executing now. Just I compile this. After compilation, what will happen? .class file will be generated. This is my .class file. One second. What happened? This is my .class file. I don't know what is happening. Okay, this is my .class file. Okay. So what is meaning of .class file? I'll show you. Okay. Okay. Yeah. See, this is your .class file. .class file is nothing but it is a. I'll show you first, then you guys will understand. So this is the .class file. Compiler will generate this file after executing your code, and only JVM, this JVM is able to understand this one only. One second, why it is not okay. JVM is able to understand .class file only. JVM is not able to understand human readable code, whatever we have written. JVM only understand this, only understand, you know, this dot class file. Okay, so here what we learn, why class keyword, what is the use of compiler, if your code will compile successfully, then what is the dot class file. Okay, so dot class file is nothing but it is a bytecode or machine code. JVM is able to understand this machine code or bytecode. Okay, so but still be having some doubt here in my code. So I want to print here, welcome to Engineers Tech Hub. If I'm trying to execute, compile, I'm trying to compile this code, control 1. You can see I'm getting some error. Okay, identifier respected or illegal start type of some error is coming. The question is why this error is coming, why we are not able to execute this code. If you have anyone having the idea about of that, why we are getting this error. If we will speak more, if we will learn more. Okay, why we are getting this error.
Main page there is like main page there is not main page, public static void main page. From that place only JVM can get the memory.
Okay.
So after that JVM is able to read all the memory and it can compile after that.
Why we required main method.
Because if we are writing anything, so JVM is not able to get memory. Like main method is providing the memory.
Okay. Okay, so okay, whatever you have spoke, that's not 100% correct. So I'll tell you. As a class level, what you have to write, this block is called class block, right? This is your class block. So this is called your class block. This is your class block. Inside this class block, what you have to write? So inside this class block, we can declare or we can implement our logic. What do you meaning of logic? So logic is if you are implementing, right, this is your e-commerce. So I don't know how many logic they have implemented for this application. So we have a two types of the logic. One is your mathematical logic and one is your business logic. If you are manual tester, I think you guys are getting manual test cases to validating this application and you are checking this functionality is working or not, right? So we have a business logic and we have a mathematical logic. So mathematical logic or business logic, we cannot write directly as a class level. If you can understand, the system.out.println is a logic. Why? This is implemented, right? It is not automatically in your system, it is displaying this. System is a class and out is a variable and println is a method. I'll show you the implementation of system.out.println. Okay. Mm, So these are the Java folder or these are the packages which is available inside this. I'll go here and system. Okay, you can see system is your class, inbuilt class, and this is the one type of the logic, right? System is your class. I'll tell you println is your method here. This is commented. I'm not going to complete implementation and out is your variable. See, so this is the one type of logic. You can tell the business logic. So if you will try to write this logic as a class level, we will get error. We will get compile time error. Someone will ask why logic we are not able to write as a class level. You can see in Amazon how many features are there. One is your registration feature, one is your login feature, right? After that you are searching features, right? You are searching the product, you are adding the product, many features are there. If we will go inside this Amazon Prime, Amazon Pay, inside this be having the many features, right? Can we write 1 lakh features? Can we create the 1 lakh classes? No, right? So that's why it is a very complicated if we will write the logic as a class level. We cannot. We cannot write this. It is very difficult. We cannot hand save in your project 100 classes or might be 100 classes is there in your big project if you will go in the Java development. But for this type of Amazon type of the application, 1 lakh might be created. You have to 1 lakh logic is there. But we cannot, right? We cannot do this. It is very difficult. How to execute all the classes, right? So business logic or mathematical logic, we cannot write as a class block. So that's why we are getting compile time error. This is the one concept. We need to understand what you have to write as a class level. Okay. So now I'm going to tell you this is not applicable as a class level. So that's why the Java people have developed one concept called method concept. Okay, methods. So why method is required to implement your business logic or mathematical logic. So you should not understand what I am writing here. Okay, I will tell you later, but my agenda is to execute this code. Okay, sorry. Okay, so one login. Don't worry, what I am writing here, I will explain you guys. So here, this is called user defined method. Okay, this is called your user defined method. Okay, so user defined method, this is called a static method, but leave it this. How I have implemented, leave it this. Just what you have to understand, we cannot write the logic as a class level. If you want to write the logic, then we need to write the logic inside this method level block. This is method level block. Okay, so now don't understand this what I have written public static void and this. Just you can understand this is your user defined method. Okay, otherwise you will get confused. Okay, because I did not teach you what is the method and all. Okay, in the coming session we will learn method concept, how to implement the method. Why method? Today I'm going to tell you. If you have a requirement to develop your business logic or mathematical logic, that logic we will write inside this method. Okay, and method will create as a class level. You can see where I have created this method inside this block. Method will be created as a class level block, right? So now we have created this method. I'm trying to compile this code now. Okay, so I missed this semicolon. Okay, so now, okay, now I am able to compile. Before I was not able to compile. We are getting some error, right? So this is the another things to learn. If you have any business logic, we will implement inside this method. I am trying to execute this code. Okay, if I will press Control 1, it will compile. I'm going to press Control 2, it will execute this code. See, when I was trying to execute this code, I'm getting some error. Okay, you can see the error is telling main method not found in your class bank. Please define the main method. That is the another problem is coming. And okay, so this problem came. The question is why this main method is required. Sorry, why this main method required, right? So we are here, we are trying to execute this code, but many things are coming while executing the code. Now we are in this phase, we have completed. I save this Java file, then compiler will execute it, and dot class file is generated, and now we need to interact with JVM, Java virtual machine. Then we will get the output on your console. So three stage we have completed, but now are still stuck in this. We are not able to interact with the JVM. If I will try to execute this code, compiler is telling you, this is error identifier, illegal start. No, no, not this one. Sorry. This is the previous. Okay, compiling fine. Compilation is done. I'm trying to execute. If I will press Control 2, you can see. So now I'm getting the another error. This is the runtime error. This is not a compile time error. Compiler is correct. Compiler will tell you your code is fine. I have created dot class file. My job is completed. Okay. Compiler job is completed. But while executing this code, again I am getting some error. Main method not found in class bank. Please define the main method. Please define the main method, right? So that is the another problem. Okay, how to resolve this problem and why main method is required? Why JVM is looking only main method? Sandhya, you were telling the answer, but your answer is not proper. Okay, okay, so no problem. You can speak. then you can learn it. So why main method is required? See, you can see main is also one type of the method, right? So we will learn this. Okay, so we have, so first I want to just give you the overview of this main method. Okay, so now I'm going to remove this all because you guys will get confused. Okay, I'm also removing this. So this is one type of the method. This is your user defined method I have implemented, and this is your main method. Your question will come, why JVM is looking? I know, everybody know, if you don't have a main method, your code will not execute. Everybody know. But the question is why? Why? My question is, why JVM is looking for main method, or why we are not able to execute our code without main method? This is my question. The question is, this is the user defined method, means we have created, and this is your main method Java people have created. So method is like, just I will give you the overview of this, what is it is. So this is your public, that is called accessibility modifier, public private protected default. Okay, but I will tell you later what is the accessibility modifier. This is called this is called accessibility modifier. This is called non-accessibility modifier or modifier. Static. These two things are optional. This is the method syntax, complete syntax of method. As per the project requirement, we will use this. This is called your return type. This is mandatory. Return type is void. What do you meaning of void keyword? I will tell you the coming session. This is your mandatory. This is called your method name. Okay. This is mandatory, and this is called your parameter. This is optional. Okay. This is optional. Parameter we can pass as per the project requirement. But right now, this is the implemented by the Java people, and okay, so this is just basics idea about of method syntax. Okay, then what happened? Why this main method is required? So we are the users, and we are the users, and see what happened here. So this thing done, this thing done, and this thing done, and this is your JVM. So JVM is one type of the software, right? I have shown you in JDK. This all this software is there, compiler and JVM. Okay, JRE I will tell you coming session what is the meaning of JRE. So compiler job is completed, and compiler is only checking the syntax of the code, but it will execute our code. JVM, Java Virtual Machine. So we are the users. Okay, we are the users. I am going to develop this application or any code. I am writing this code, line of the code. Okay, I have written 100 line of the code. Then what will happen? I'm trying to execute this code. Okay, and how this code will execute? This code will execute, if you have a JDK software, then what will happen? This JDK software, this code is compiled and everything .class file is generated, but the problem will come to how to interact with JVM. So what happened? I have implemented one method called M1. Okay, and be having the many types of the method, might be a static, non-static, a static method, non-static method, return type, non-return type, parameterized method. Many types of the methods are there, but JVM is a one type of the software. JVM doesn't know which type of the software which type of the method you are going to create, right? I am the users, I can create any type of the method, but JVM doesn't know which type of the method you are going to create. When this JVM developer, this is your JVM developer. Okay, This is the JVM developer who developed this software. He was thinking how this user will interact with our software, right? How this code will interact with our software. But JVM is one type of the software. It is not a human beings, right? He doesn't know which type of the method you are going to create. So that's why for interacting purpose, the JVM people have developed one common method that is called main method. Got it right? So this is the interface between users and JVM. This is your interface between user and JVM. So what the JVM developer did here, if any users will try to execute your Java code, this JVM doesn't know what you have developed. He knows only where is your main method. If you have this main method in your code, then JVM will interact with your code. Otherwise, it will not interact with code. It will throw the error. So now JVM is not able to interact with your code. It's compiled fine, but JVM, sorry, I have written the main method, right? That's why it is executed. So if I will compile and if I will execute the JVM, if your main method is not there, so they have implemented the logic, just throw on the console main method is not found. That's why Java is user friendly. Means Java, you are telling to your error, this error is there, please correct this error. So here the error is throwing the Java main method is not found in your class bank app. Please define the main method, right? So that's why main method is required. So now if I will compile this code, I compiled fine. If I will execute, I executed. But you can observe this only main is printed. This method is not printed. Whatever the method logic I have developed in login page. Your question is why? See, main method having the automatic call. When you will compile this code, when you will execute the code, automatically JVM execute the main method. Means main method is how it is calling the method from the JVM software. So when you will execute your code, JVM automatically call the main method. Okay, that's why only this method is executed. Now I'm going to execute this method also. So if you have a user defined method, then you must be call. Where you will call? Inside this JVM, because execution is just starting from main method, right? Execution is just starting from main method. So where you have to call? Inside this main method. So this is the static method. So you can call directly, but I am not teaching you. So don't confuse. So what you have to remember, this is your user defined method and this is your main method, inbuilt method. So this inbuilt method, just you can understand, only main method will automatic call. If you are using other method, you must be call. Otherwise, you are not able to execute your code. So user defined method I have written. So a static you can call directly. This method call. This is called your method call. Method name and this parenthesis. So now how this code will execute, we will learn today. Okay, so what happened? I will remind all the concept what we have learned. So this is our .java file. Okay, .java file. And then what happened? I compile this code. Then what will happen here? .class file will be generated. Okay, now I am going to execute this code. Then what happened? Interact with the JVM. Then JVM call this main method and the code is executed and our output is getting on the console. This is your output. So this is we have done today how we can execute Java code. What happen when class is loaded into the JVM, then compiler and JVM will look where is your main method. Compile fine. Compiler doesn't care about of main method. He's checking only syntax of the code. But at the runtime, what will happen when you will press Control 2, then JVM will look where is your main method. Then control will come here. If main method is not there, we are throwing this error. Yes, main method is there, then it will enter inside this block and method is executing from top to bottom. It will execute here from top to bottom. Then this line is executed. Here you will get output. And again, you can see this line. So this line will what happen? When the control will go here, then what happen? It will search where is your login. It will go and search it where is your login method. It will go and search if it will go and search till class level. If it is there, then it will enter inside this block and method is executing from top to bottom. Then this line of this code will be execute and finally your control will come inside this main method. Okay, so this is the complete how you can start your Java code. If I will compile this code, it compile fine. If I will execute this, we are able to execute our code. So this is how you can start your Java code. Okay, so just I have given the overview because if I will write anything, you should know why we are writing, why we are creating, right? So this is how to start your Java code. So we will explore this all the part in the coming session. So just I have given some documentation about of this, why Java. So Java programming language mainly designed to develop internet application, means web application, by providing the platform independency. We don't have any dependency if you are implementing the Java code. Okay, C and C++ programming having the dependency. Okay, so support the developing the standalone application. It can only execute in the current system. See, this is your um, notepad. I am using only, right? You are not using. Facebook, millions of the users are using at a time, right? Got it, right? That is called, this is called a standalone application. Only one user are using this so this is C and C++ develop only a standalone application. But Java will develop the web application, means millions of the users can use at a time, no problem at all. Okay, so that thing I have, we have given this type of the application. So there are two types of the application, a standalone application and internet application. I told you only one users are using at a time, that is called a standalone application. Multiple users, that is called internet application. Java definition. So Java, why this is called, you know where it is, Java is very simple, high level, secured, platform independent, object oriented programming language. It was developed by the James Gosling in Sun Microsystems. So James Gosling had developed this Java and Sun Microsystem. It is a one lab, okay, which is in US in 1990s for developing the internet application. Its first version released in January 23, 1996. So what is the features of Java? The features of Java is simple, object oriented, secure, reversed, portable and high performance. Okay, and dynamic. Okay, so these are the theory part. So why we need a theory? Because you have to explain in your interview, right? If I will teach you, if I will not provide your notes, you will forget. After 1 week, you will forget everything, right? So that's why we having the notes, and this notes will help you, when you will start to learn and revision for, Java concept and all. So today I'm going to stop your session. Tomorrow, same timing. Okay, might be half an hour delay and all, but I will try to in the same timing. Okay, so just I'm going to stop your session. Okay, so you can attend tomorrow demo session also, no problem. Okay. Okay guys, I'm going to stop your session once again. Where it is, it's not coming.